1, 2. Here I am. Mic test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mayor, can you hear me in the back? Okay. Half a day. I don't think they can hear you. I mean, from Adeloop at least. One more time, once more, with more pride. Half a day? Half a day. That's more like it. Half a day and welcome to the Government House. For today's proclamation signing for June 2025 as LGBTQIA+ Pride Month. Before we begin, of course, I do want to recognize the presence of the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Governor of Guam. Magagam Guam, yes. As well as the Honorable Joshua F. Tenorio, Segundo Magalong Guam, Lieutenant Governor of Guam, and the country's first openly gay Lieutenant Governor. This is Masika hosting us. From the 38th Guam Legislature, the Honorable Sabrina Salas Matanani, Sizos Masi, for joining us. And proud allies, all the way from the south, from the Mayor's Council of Guam, we have Franklin Chapaco Mayor Malesut in the back. Also from the south, Mayor Vinalohan, Anthony Chargla, Sizos Masi. I also want to welcome all members of the Leon Guerrero Tenorio Cabinet, as well as our Adeloop division heads, led by John Jr. Cabell. Oh, Mayor BJ, where are you? Oh, right in front of me. That is why the Honorable BJ Terlahi, Mayor Junior Sizos Masi, for joining us. I also want to acknowledge Equality Guam. Where are we at? Raise your hands. Equality Guam. Yes, we're at the table. Gala Guam joining us, Gala. Triton's Pride Alliance. Triton's Pride, let's give them a round of applause. I see them raising their hands in the back. Sisters of the Moonlight, raise your hands. Where are we seated? Sisters of the Moonlight on the corner there. UOG Endowment joining us. Let's keep those applause going. Let's show pride and support our friends. Also have with us UOG's cast and crew from the musical The Prom. Let's give them a round of applause. This was a show last year at the University of Guam. Also want to welcome our advocates, our allies, and all our friends and families. Let's give them a round of applause. And as you can see from the full house, we have a lot of support. Also want to acknowledge the very young people here joining us. The Governor's Summer Youth Employment Program. They're joining us for the summer. Let's give them a round of applause. Stand up, interns. Stand up, interns. Show us who you are. This is the future of Guam's workforce right here. They're with us for the next 6 weeks to shadow and intern and make money as part of the Governor's Summer Youth Employment Program. Again, Sizos Masi. I now want to welcome to the podium, or she can sit right there, the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Governor of Guam, for her remarks.
Thank you very much, Crystal, and welcome to the People's House. Thank you for coming. I am very honored and certainly very proud to proclaim LGBTQ+ month. It's month, right? It should be really year. And Pride year. Year. I'm in a year, Josh. None of you. Next year. Okay. So, you know, Josh and I are a different kind of team, I believe. We're very liberal in our thinking, but we're also very serious in our actions. And we're very serious in our actions, especially in making sure that everyone is equally treated. We are really serious in making sure everyone is given the dignity and the respect that they deserve to live their lives. Everyone should be respected for the identity that they have chosen. That's our philosophy. And when I first asked Josh to run with me, I said, Josh, do you have any skeletons in your closet? he said, no, but I do want to let you know, Lou, that I'm gay. And I said, so? What else? You know, I have always been raised in a family that has taught us to respect people. That's our culture as a community. And we actually do show it in the way that we treat each other. Someone said to me, Governor, are you concerned about this DEI, anti-DEI movement that's happening in the United States? And I said, no. Well, why? I said, our whole island is DEI. We are an island of colorful people. We are an island of gender equality. And this is how important gender equality is to not just Guam, but to the region of Micronesia. Jane Flores worked really hard to put in our agenda and our committee work gender equality. MIF is a Micronesian Islands Forum. It's a forum of all elected officials and heads of states in Micronesia. It includes Palau. It includes FSM. It includes RMI. It includes Guam, CNMI, Nauru, and Kiribati. These are all our northern Micronesian islands. And we as leaders recognize the importance of the recognition of gender equality. So much so that it is a continual committee for our Micronesian Islands Forum. So I want you to be assured that as your elected officials, that we not only pay attention to the equality here in Guam, but throughout the whole of Micronesia. I also am very excited to know of the many nonprofit organizations that advocate for you. Because as you see what's going on in the United States, who is winning out there but the people? You see the many advocacies out there through whole United States of people rising up to declare their place in life. And I urge all of you to continue doing that, because I'll assure you that Josh and I will continue making sure policies and laws do protect every human being on our island. Whether you are gay, straight, homosexual, heterosexual, you all colors, different colors that we have, you all have a place to live safely, respectfully, honorably, and in our island of Guam. That, you can be assured, is going to come from our administration, as we have always in the past, the present, and in the future. So I'm very honored to be here with you to celebrate this great month, so we can use this to continue making people aware of the importance of respect, dignity, and living in a safe environment. And again, whatever we can do to make that happen continuously with you, we are there for you to support you. Thank you, and Biba Pride Month.
Viva! Caesar Smasi, Governor, And now I want to give the floor to the Honorable Joshua F. Tenorio Segundo Magalahan, Guam, Lieutenant Governor of Guam. Let's give him a round of applause.
Let me first start and recognize, and maybe for some of you for the first time, introduce my partner, Matt Tapasnia. Matt, stand up, Matt. And then I have two of my biggest supporters. These two, I'm not sure if even Matt will be a bigger supporter than them, but my two nephews, Dylan and Jude, stand up. Wave, wave. You know, this year has been a remarkably challenging time for many of us. And it kind of reminds us that, you know, things are always changing. Sometimes when you feel that you've made an achievement or reached this pinnacle, sometimes it can change on you overnight. And unfortunately, what we saw last year in the elections was, you know, the striking up of fear with people that are not too familiar with ways of life or how people are just trying to live their lives openly and freely. And what we can see is that now more than ever, it's so much more critical for those of us that are living out, that are in the LGBTQ plus community, to make ourselves known, because the whole point of coming out is making sure that people in our workplaces, people in our neighborhoods, people in our families, people in the places that we go to know that we're just trying to live our lives just like them, trying to meet our own potential, try to make sure that we provide safety and that we can show each other that through love and respect, we can live in a good place. That really is the goal of being out and living out, is to let people know that we are your sons and daughters, we are your neighbors, we are your friends, we are your co-workers, we are people that think about the same things. We may affiliate in certain ways, we may disagree on things, but we really are here to live our lives. And my biggest worry, and I think the biggest call to action for all of us is, just imagine all these young people, these students that are watching what they're seeing on TV, or maybe listening to or watching social media, and the violence that sometimes gets articulated. And just imagine how some of them are alone. You know, some of the things that we have to confront ourselves with is, it's very true that homelessness and couch surfing is very big in the LGBTQ community because people have been alienated from their families. They're seeking safety from friends. We see a lot of the people in our community have to battle with substance abuse and addiction a bit more than others. We also see higher rates of suicide or suicide attempts in our community. And that's because there are people that feel alone. One of the troubling things that I've seen in just the last couple of days is there's been a decision in the 988 nationally to cut off the pipeline for people that are looking to talk to somebody in the LGBTQ, from the LGBTQ plus community, that are looking for supports. That national opportunity through 988. And I always know Carissa and James are making sure that we have local resources available here within our Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, especially in partnership with the nonprofit organizations that are going to be available for people in our community that no longer have that as an opportunity for safety. So these are challenging times, but it allows us to come out even stronger with resolve and hopefully with more determination that there is still a lot of work to do, and all of us can share in that work. And because we're here together, it means that the work is not just going to be on each other, our own shoulders, but as you know, in Guam, when more of us are there, we can shoulder ourselves through anything and not only survive, our goal is to thrive, right? We want to thrive in this island community and remind people that we're not going to go away, but also remind people our contributions to our society. And you can see it all over the place, right? You see it in every single profession. You see it in churches. You see it in choirs. You see it in schools. And that's right. In healthcare, you see it in every single part of life. And we are here to remind everybody that we are pro-life. We are pro-life because we value each and every single life there is in the island. We value life. That to me is what pro-life means. Not only do we value life, but we are open and enabling and empowering for people to live their best life. That is what we are all about. Biba Pride. Tujusmasi.
Cesar Masi, Lieutenant Governor. And now for the reading and the signing of the proclamation. Our readers today are Kaylin Michael Meno, Secretary of Equality Guam, as well as Hannah Mendiola, Program Coordinator for Gala Guam.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kaylin Michael Meno. Before we read the proclamation, I just want to share a few words. So I stand before you today as an out and proud lesbian. And, that kind of phrase can be really hard for people to say sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm up here shaking, not because I'm scared to be a lesbian, but I'm scared to speak publicly sometimes. I'm so used to being behind the scenes, but I'm here to show everyone that anyone can do it, whatever gender you are, whatever sexual orientation you identify with, you can do anything. So I work with the governor, and I'm so proud to work with her, and as she stated earlier, her and the lieutenant governor are very liberal, and I can attest to that. When I got employed with Adelup, I have been surrounded with such great diversity. I've met so many elder gays, younger gays, and people who are figuring themselves out. So it's very beautiful, and I feel very blessed to be in this environment. And it's the only thing I wish everyone could experience. I stand before you today too. I'd like to recognize my brother. I have a younger brother who is transgender, and everything I do with Equality Guam and in my work, I do it for my brother, because we have such a supportive family, but we must not forget there are others who don't have support like that. And that is exactly why we celebrate Pride Month. It's because we want to ensure everyone who doesn't have those friends and family to support them know that there's community out there to be with them and to propel them forward. One of the biggest things I appreciate as well in the community and working with others is I've got to learn the history of all of the struggles that gay people have gone through throughout the years. I am 26 years old. I was not there for all of the hardcore fights. You'll hear me reference later the Stonewall riot. I was not alive for that. I didn't get to live through these struggles that everyone else before me has, and we mustn't lose sight of that, I'm very comfortable